Hello, everybody, and happy Canada Thanksgiving today. Just conversation, some raw thoughts from the van here tonight. I'm gonna head over to my cousin's place for dinner tonight. So I'm just actually sitting in a parking lot at University of Victoria at the moment and just finished editing the next video, which I was gonna share this evening, but I feel like I might save this one for a bit later. That being said, after editing it, I thought I had a few thoughts about it because it's about hunting, and some of you on my channel absolutely love this stuff, and some of you on the channel are like pretty sensitive to the whole thing. And me being the type of person that I am, tend to be sensitive to people that are sensitive about stuff. And sometimes, especially lately, I've been like just really questioning that a whole lot. Just my internal operating system, the psychology that I have, and all the different influences I've had over my lifetime that make me more sensitive to this kind of thing, or sensitive to others' sensibilities, or sensitivities, not sensibilities, others' sensitivities. I think that's great. Like, I love that I have that, but at the same time, I get hung up on it a lot in my own personal life, get hung up on it a lot in sharing this kind of content. And over the years, like when I look back at some of the content that I've shared around this sort of stuff, I've really struggled with just fully embracing myself and, the actual spirit of me going out and hunting without being conscientious of the people out there that are opposed to this kind of thing. So it's kind of a weird dilemma. I think it's very unique. I know lots of hunters that don't pay any homage to someone that's upset about this kind of stuff, or if they do, they just kind of like write them off in certain ways. In any case, it's something that I felt like I want to talk about it a little bit, and there's a lot left for me to explore in terms of my own psychology when it comes to this kind of stuff, because it's not just this that I get hung up with certain aspects of this. Sometimes I feel like my own mind is just like this nut job of a place to operate from, because I kind of weigh it all in. So at the end of the day, however, I like to hunt and gather my own food when I can. The spirit of doing it and the activity itself is a very nurturing and extremely spiritual experience for me. And I wish we had a different connection in the world with how we go about acquiring our food. I'm not suggesting that we throw everything out and we're all going to go hunting and fishing and back to the whole hunter-gatherer stage of things, because I think farming is great. And in some ways, there's a part of me that wants to maybe explore a little bit more of like the small-scale family farm scenario. And out here on Vancouver Island, there's plenty of opportunity for that. I just haven't really carved out the time to go down that train of thought and share some of that stuff. I could definitely do it, and it's an idea, but my sights are set on something else right now, so I'm not focusing on that at the moment. Some of you guys have been paying attention. You know that my sights are set on going over to visit my daughter and seeing her, so that's really the main objective. But this particular video, this hunting video that I do, might be the only hunting video that I actually do this whole year. It might be the only time that I actually go hunting this year. I've really put hunting on the back burner this whole season, mainly because I lost the shop space that I had, or rather I gave it up. So the freezers and the place to process some of the wild game meat and all that sort of stuff, it's all over with, and I just decided, screw it, I'm just not gonna focus on that this year. I'm just gonna put all that aside, and I'm gonna go focus on seeing my daughter more than anything else. And really, that was a part of my main goal anyway. So anyway, yeah, this is one strange time to be in the world. There's this really crazy, all these crazy opinions going out there, and there's a lot of conflict, and some of these opinions that are being shared in the world today are scary, because they're like hey, we know what's best for the rest of you, and we're going to make these decisions for you. And that to me is pretty scary. I don't exactly know yet how I'm going to deal with some of that stuff, but I'm definitely thinking about it on a personal level, and I'm just trying to, in the meantime, get familiar with what's going on and educate myself about psychology in particular, because I think all of this is really forcing me to take a real close look at my own psychology as well as the psychology of other people, and collectively and individually as well. And so that's something that I've been paying attention to and not really discussing too much on the channel, but that's something that I'm really looking at carefully, because I think that in of itself is really the big problem that's going on for everything that we're experiencing problems with. And there's still something underlying to all that, and I would say that would be traumas, not physical traumas, but it could include physical trauma, but like just the social, spiritual, psychological traumas that people end up going through, wars and famines, upbringing and kids growing up, and all the emotional stuff that's there, and how parenting is done. There's a lot of all of that stuff that I think really, I feel we need to rewrite the way we do everything. And the reason all this stuff is happening right now in the world is there's an inertia behind an old way of doing things that's trying to squeeze out every last drop it can out of the momentum it has in the direction that it's going in, but none of it is sustainable. It just can't do it. But it's insanity, really. And the more that stuff hangs on, the bigger the fall there's going to be, which really sucks because we're all kind of on that train. And I don't like that. And I feel like one of these days I'm going to have all the right words to say, and I will share some stuff about what I think we can do on a positive scale that's scalable in terms of getting through some of this stuff. Now, on a community level, I have some ideas, but I'm not sure really what they look like exactly yet. There's a bunch of stuff bouncing around my head. I've alluded to it a little bit, perhaps, but nothing super concrete. On an individual level, though, what I'm doing for myself is I'm educating myself as much as I can. I'm going to the gym, I'm doing fitness, I'm trying to do everything I possibly can do while also being graceful about it to my own emotional, spiritual needs. So I'm not going out there being all like rah, and driving all of this with my own mentality. I'm trying to listen to my body, my spirit, and my mind all at the same time. And that's taken a lot of years to develop all of that understanding for myself. And I hope to maybe share that back with some of you guys. And that would probably be the biggest gift that I could give back to the channel, is to help others out in that capacity. So, but right now I'm going through this continuous healing phase of like figuring some of this stuff out on my own. You could call it an emancipation. That's really what's going on. In the meantime, I'm still making room for these little side trips to go out hunting with a friend, or go spearfishing, or just, go do something that's kind of cool. Having little distractions along the way is really helpful. And yes, I realize that I'm making YouTube videos right now and I'm getting paid very, very little money to do it. I could stop all of this and put all this away, go get a job like everybody else, make some money, look after myself, my own self-interests, and maybe get ahead in a little bit of a way. Like that would solve the immediate problem, but it doesn't solve the long-term problem for me or the long-term goals that I have. And I really want to do this and share this. Although the real kind of fucked up part about this whole thing is like someone's got a finger on the button for my channel and they could just turn it off, and then this wouldn't be here anymore. And that's just nuts. but it's there. Until that happens, though, I feel like I need to just grow and share as much as I can, and try and bring it out in a way that's gonna play out nicely for, you know, myself and you guys and all that kind of thing. So anyway, I think that's it. I don't know. Stay tuned for the video. It's a hunting video. I had a lot of fun. It was my friend Ryan, new friend of mine. We had some good weather. It just worked out really well, and it was really cool. It's not the most entertaining video on YouTube or anything like that, but it was just a nice day out with him, and it was you know, pretty fun and educational time for both of us, really. Anyway, that's it, guys. I think I'm just gonna sign off. I'm gonna wish you again happy Thanksgiving, and all the best to all of you out there. I know there's struggles. Everyone is dealing with their own shit. Just one foot in front of the other. Hug somebody you love. Try to get out of your own way. Try to let go of the ideas you have about yourself. Because all of that is, I don't know, what am I trying to say there? Identification. When we identify with a specific thing or trait or belief, that's a big one. Belief, we close ourselves off to other things, and we essentially put a bunch of blocks in front of us. And if we hang on to that stuff, we become rigid, and then we can't actually really engage with other people, the animals, the environment, and we can't evolve naturally. And it's important that, you know, we let that stuff go. In the real world, we're always bumping into things that are challenging those beliefs all the time, and we call those triggers, and they upset us, and then we say, how dare you upset me? And we fight it, and we defend ourselves and all that sort of thing. And we get wrapped up in craziness. And really, I know it's difficult, but try to let go of some of that stuff and really learn how to connect and be more presently. And that's super complicated, and that opens up a whole other subject. I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm learning. It's just, I don't know. It's like, it's chaotic trying to live and work out these things on your own and with other people and be okay with the chaos of it. I don't know. It's good to try to just laugh some of this shit off as you do it. And it's nice to use a few cuss words in sharing, because, you know, I have that as a natural part of my vocabulary, but I usually try to censor myself from saying a lot of that stuff on here, because I don't think it works too well with the monetization practices and YouTube algorithms and all that sort of thing. And I'm trying to make a few dollars doing this too. So anyway, that's it, guys. Stay tuned. We'll see you later. Bye. Bye. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, whenever it is.